Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our CEO call. Happens the third Thursday of every month. This is Bobby Smith, a Vice President with Power, and we are so excited tonight. We've got a huge call for all of you tonight. We got a very special guest with us to kick off the call. Helga Camfield, are you out there? Do we have you?
I am. I was muted. Now I'm unmuted.
There you go. Helga, Regional Sales Manager for LG. We're honored to have you taking your time out tonight. I know you're traveling. And, for all the folks out there that are listening, maybe for the first time, maybe they've been with us for a few years, it's very interesting for them from your perspective, you an industry leader and someone who's so well-versed in the industry. What is it? What was it? What's got you so jacked and juiced up about Power and working with this incredible team around the country?
Thanks for your time, Bobby. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone's time. To be honest, for LG, solar is just a cornerstone. We are in the process of building out a smart home solution, and we feel that Power can just enable us to roll out that smart home solution across the country. So we're very, very excited to be partnering with you guys.
It's amazing to see some companies like you, and then we're so honored that you would join and be a sponsor of our tour, and that you're really digging in. You're going to travel on the road and meet some of our great people as we travel around the country, and we're excited to have you. And then we really want for everybody out there to understand a little bit more about your company and your brand, and why they should be so excited about getting to know about LG, your products, your brand, and where you're going as a company. Could you share a little bit of that with them?
Absolutely. We'd be delighted to. So all of you are very familiar with LG. I'm pretty sure every one of you has something that we've made, whether it's a TV or a washer or a dryer or a fridge. And solar is all falls under that same giant company. We do $142 billion in revenue on a yearly basis. And we are uniquely positioned to bring a smart home solution. It allows you to generate more revenue long-term with LG products. So solar is the cornerstone of that. Because we make appliances, TVs, it's very easy for us to build out a platform where all these appliances and solar and batteries and air conditioning and car chargers, everything talks on one platform. We're also very excited that we are building these solar panels in the U.S. We have a factory in Huntsville, Alabama, where we currently employ over 250 employees. LG takes great care of its employees. We provide, full health care, 401k matching, great benefits. So people are very excited that we've brought these jobs to the U.S. and, help us sell more modules. We can employ more people.
Well, God bless you. We love that. And, I'm sure Mr. Budd may have something to say later in the call about the Power Smart Home and the future of where we want to go as a company and why you're such an amazing partner for us. So we just wanted to bring you on. Everybody's going to be hearing a lot more about LG. You'll see them in the newsletter. They're going to be on tour with us. You get a chance to meet Helga and really get a sense of their company. So, again, we're honored to work with you. We are thrilled that you could be with us, and we're so thankful that you'll be a part of our tour, and we just can't wait to get started with you. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know you're on the road. I know you've got a lot going on. I think you ducked out to be with us tonight. So, again, thank you. God bless you. We appreciate you, and we're really looking forward to building this relationship long-term for the next 10, 20, 30 years. Thank you.
Life is good. Thank you.
Good night, and thank you very much. All right. Well, again, buenos noches to everyone out there. We have another very special guest. Fareed, are you with us?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
I know you had a little bout of food poisoning. We talked earlier, so I know you may not have your A game, but because you're a champion, I know you're on here tonight. Fareed, first of all, we're so thankful that you came into our company. A man of your credibility who's earned millions of dollars over his career and built extraordinary teams here. I think it's important for the people to hear out there, you've seen the good, you've seen the bad, you've seen the ugly. Why is it that you feel so passionate and comfortable and just engaged with Power? What are some of the main reasons that got you going?
Well, having been in business in different areas, you learn to see when you're in the right opportunity as a whole. So solar is the wave. Solar is what's happening. It's going to happen with or without us. And it's the right time. It was just the right time to join. It's a $1 trillion industry that hasn't even been tapped to a minimum. I mean, the opportunity is huge. So every industry out there has a beginning, a peak, and then it starts leveling out with competition and other things. So solar is the one to go with at this moment, and power. Well, there's so much I could say about power. The only thing I'm not gonna go too long on this, but I mean, I've looked at other companies. I've brought people from other companies, and as soon as they see what's going on with power, the way we get paid, the potential for growth, I mean, it's a no-brainer. We've had comparisons with people from different companies. I'm not going to say any names. In a sale where they're losing money or having to give away their whole commission, we're still making $5,000-$10,000 with power. So, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
Deregulated energy industry, and you watch that. You watch billions in revenue, and people build wealth, and you're one of those guys that came out of their wealth. And I have to say, we're watching you do everything right. You've got hundreds of people joining your team, basically on a monthly basis. You're holding events. You're selling solar yourself. You're creating solar warriors out there. You're just doing it all right. If you could touch a little bit about what's happening to your business and your lifestyle and the people around you as you watch them moving up through this program.
Well, something I tell to everyone who joins my team, you got to have three things if you're going to make it or make the best out of an opportunity. Number one, long-term vision. You know, some people want to get here and be rich in 3 months. It doesn't happen. You have to be persistent, and I'm a little sick. I forgot the other one.
Work hard.
The point is that I'm seeing the way people's lives are changing. My life is changing for the better. Like I said, I did good in other businesses. Then I went through a divorce and many things happened. I had to start from zero again, and power is making it happen. I'm being able to do it with power. So other than that, I mean, my lifestyle, and I'll say this, Bobby, I don't plan on changing my lifestyle too much because I did make money when I was young and I spent it all. So I'm gonna keep my lifestyle and invest the money.
You're gonna hold on to it this time. Now I know you were part of a historic occasion. General contractor sale, 15 days, panels hit the roof, and how much you got $10,000 in your pocket. I mean, what's it feel like to be part of that first sale, that movement into the general contractor? How'd that feel? How'd your team react to that? And where do you see that faster as the Power brand continues to grow?
I mean, that's just something that's unbelievable. I mean, I've told other people how fast we went through that whole install from contract to finish, and nobody could believe it. Now we got the checks; they came fast, so now we can show them. So, but this just shows how big an opportunity we have. I mean, we're going from having installs of 2 months and a half, 3 months to under a month. That's just unheard of in the industry, at least for what I know. And that fact right there helps you recruit other solar experts from other companies because not only are you getting more money, you're getting it a lot faster. And that's just something that you can't beat.
Yeah, and again, this is from a gentleman who's made a lot of money in his career, again, with hundreds of people joining his team. We believe he'll be one of the charter members of the $100,000 a month club, and we know he'll be in the $1 million club. So, Fareed, we're just so honored by everything you're doing, the integrity of which you bring, the honor you bring to our brand, the training, and everything you're doing, sir. So we thank you for being on the call tonight. I know you're a bit under the weather. Congratulations on launching the GC model with us and just being a beacon of light in the Texas marketplace. Muchas gracias, my friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bobby. See you soon. Bye.
Feel better. You know, lastly, before I turn the call over, we're very excited. As you know, many of us are hitting the road. Charles Thompson, myself, and Fareed, and Edgardo, and William, and so many of the leaders out there that will be joining us. Julio, and I don't want to start naming names. I'll forget somebody. But as we tour Florida and Texas coming up in the next couple of weeks, you know, we just want everybody to stay dialed into what we're doing. Be on powercalendar.com. You're reading the newsletter, you're listening in, and you're just tuned in to what's happening because this is the most explosive moment in time in our company. Everything that we have done before has led us to this moment in time. And the gentleman that's led us to this moment in time, who's traveling today, you all know him. We've all come to obviously love him, become great friends, and his brilliance and his expertise as CEO and really driving the force of this company and creating a brand and a position in the industry that's never existed before. I know he's more excited than he's ever been before. He's more proud of all of you than he's ever been before. And as we get every month the privilege of having him share his vision of where our company's going, your CEO, my good friend, our friend, Jonathan Budd. Jonathan, the call is yours.
Bobby, I think that was the most efficient 15 minutes you've ever done, my friend. You are definitely up in your game.
Thank you.
I love it, partner. I love it. But seriously, the plan was 6:15, and you nailed it. Welcome, everybody. So good to be here with you all tonight. I just have a lot of echoing to do of everything that's been said from Fareed and Helga and Bobby and everybody. And we're going to talk about that. But first, I kind of want to circle back to one thing about LG that popped into my mind. And Helga didn't say this, but I know, there's a lot of people on the call. Some people might be very familiar with LG. Some people might not be very familiar with LG. So I think this is important to say. But I actually just sold 2 projects in California myself this past week. Both of them were with LG 350-watt panels. Now, it's very important you all understand that upon our new partnership that we kicked off with LG about a month ago, LG gave us some of the most competitive pricing in the industry on these 350-watt panels. So these things are just absolutely beautiful. I don't think you can beat LG 350 at Power's pricing right now. It's phenomenal. Now we're of course going to go sell a lot more and then go back and ask them for even lower pricing. And Helga's going to be really happy to give it to us because they're going to want to support all of you guys in just making a ton of sales. But what everybody really needs to understand about the high-efficiency modules and about these LG panels and this LG brand, and this, if you wrap your mind around this, it really helps you sell quality and sell premium. And you need to learn how to do that if you want to have all the tricks in your bag. Now, some of your customers are just flat out going to be, show me the monthly payment, and, that's all they're looking at, and they might not ask any questions, and sure, you're selling them, Q-Cell 290s, right? But there's different kinds of people and different kinds of customers, and you're going to come across, competitive situations and competitive proposals, and it's really important to know about all the tools you have, the weapons in your war chest. And the reason why LG outperforms all of those panels, and this is super critical for you to understand, every customer, if they were actually really smart, would buy the LG panels, and I'll tell you why. Degradation. Degradation. One word, degradation. Go look up on the LG spec sheet the amount of degradation that is warranted for 25 years on the LG panel, and then look up the degradation that's warranted on a Q-Cell 290 or a Q-Cell 320. Ladies and gentlemen, there's night and day differences in degradation on panels. Now, what's degradation? It means the loss of efficiency that happens as the years go on. These things are going to sit on rooftops for the next 25 years, guys. So every year, due to weather, due to time, due to all these things, there's slight bits of degradation where those panels produce a little bit less energy than they did the very first day they hit the roof. But if you compare an LG degradation rate, which don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure, I think it's 92%, somewhere around 92% is guaranteed output still on year 25, to like a normal degradation rate of 82% or 84%, if you really do the math on that, what happens is that LG panel is producing vastly more energy over that 25-year period than their counterparts. So this is just important stuff for you to know. Again, plug into the training we're about to do with LG across the platform, plug into the newsletter, plug into the tour, get yourself trained up on this stuff. Having this knowledge, having these little tidbits in your war chest just helps you make sales. So just wanted to put the bow tie on the LG conversation because that was a really important selling point to me, and it's why oftentimes I'm selling LG 350 panels to my clients. Now, next on my to-do list here, so I want to circle back around on this installation that happened with Fareed. And I really want to talk about our strategy. I want everybody to be in the complete know as we shift the general contractor and have transparency into what our strategy is. Because, frankly, I have never been more excited for an install strategy ever. Now, the fact that we're now the GC and rapidly becoming the GC in all our major markets, there's so many positives of this, it's ridiculous. You're starting to see one, which I'm going to call this like an omen. Like, what are the odds that the first install ever with power happened in 15 days? Like, that's I'm just going to call that an omen that there are many good things on the horizon. You know, God is being good to us. He's giving us some signs that we're headed in the right direction. Things are going right. But, I mean, 15-day installs, that doesn't happen too often, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know, we're pretty excited about that. How did we achieve that? So now that we control this whole process, we have taken our installation strategy to the next level. We are putting forward a very robust thesis, a philosophy, basically a statement of how we do business and how people need to do business with us. And it's not always perfect, right? I mean, sometimes we're just going to need installs, and because there's no capacity, you got to go with this team or that team or whatever the heck it is. And it's far more important to get the job done than to have the job not get done, okay? And there is that reality in solar. Like, you all need to understand that there's a massive labor shortage in solar. If you know solar, you know that due to a variety of trends, millennials don't give a crap about construction, okay? They don't. Nobody from my generation is saying, I want to work in construction. Nobody. So there's a massive, in general, construction shortage where it's hard to recruit people into construction. There's a dwindling construction labor supply that we're actually focused on solving a little bit more downstream. And we'll probably introduce educational programs, outreach programs, all sorts of programs just to help our installers recruit more people to install solar, because it's literally that tight of a market. But put that aside, because you do need to know that sometimes it's tough to get installs done. It is tough to find the installers, and that's why you see so many companies struggling. Put that aside, our new strategy is that basically we have started to do tremendous business development with how we're recruiting installers, and we've made it in our installation teams, and we make it really simple. The people who perform the best get our work. They get our business. It's that simple. Texas right now it is ridiculous what's going on in Texas. We're going to see 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different installation teams competing to install power jobs as fast as they can, or they're not going to get business. And we're going to give the business to all the installation teams that can. And our ability to monitor that pipeline now is at a whole new level. Understanding the capacity for how many jobs can an installation team fulfill in a month, where do we need to direct volume, shift volume, building out this algorithm is a huge focus of our company by the end of Q1. By the end of Q1, we fully anticipate a whole new level of maturity in the installation side of our business. And don't get me wrong here, we've already installed thousands and thousands of projects. And, most companies never install thousands of projects. So we've already figured out how to install a lot of projects. But for me, that's not good enough. I have a constant vision to make things better. We need to be the best. We need to have a strategy that can cut through the bull crap, get the job done, and scale and perform and meet our expectations. And then once we meet our expectations, how can we make them even better? How can we change our expectations so we expect more, and then we go out there to achieve that? So you all need to know that that's how we're thinking. And our operations team, the core focus of this business right now is to dial in the installation strategy so that we know for a fact what our timelines are going to be, who's installing the fastest, how, where we can direct the bulk of our jobs to get those types of installs, and it's really just beginning. If we've already been able to achieve the results that we've been able to achieve, and you heard some of them from Fareed, right? I mean, you can go apples to apples, compare our quotes with 90% of, solar consultants out there, and you guys can sell at a place where they'd be losing money if they sold, and you're still making thousands of dollars. Your competitive advantage in the marketplace right now is ridiculous because of this business model innovation, because of this membership model. Our ability to give you the actual cost of goods and then just do a revenue share over that cost of goods and whatever the net profit is, that's a major innovation in this space. And it makes so many more things possible. You are more competitive and can go win more deals than probably anyone out there right now. But all the results that we've produced, getting people paid more money, way more money than your peers and your competitors, shortening our installation timelines, moving money, paying money faster, all this stuff, it's just beginning. When I look at the potential of this business, like Fareed said, we haven't even scratched the surface. And I try to get this into everybody's mind so that you really understand this, so that you really treat this like a business. You really treat this like a long-term vision. You understand that if you commit to what we teach you, if you commit to this, if you do this right, you are positioning yourself for a multi-decade run, a multi-decade career opportunity and an entrepreneurial opportunity that can change your life forever if you really get great at this. And we are at the beginning of the beginning, and I see absolutely no limit to where this is going. Absolutely no limit. There's no reason why out of the trillions of dollars of transactions that are occurring in clean energy over the next decade, why we're not responsible for billions or tens of billions or hundreds of billions of dollars changing hands, putting solar on roof, and doing what we were born to do, leaving a legacy, making an impact, changing our lives, changing our communities, saving the future of the freaking world from one of the biggest catastrophes that we might ever experience, right? The destruction of the entire world. So there's just no reason why we cannot all make dreams come true. And on a final closing note here, I want to talk to you about what it means to be a pro. Because while we are internally focused on doing our part, how do we get you paid the most money in the industry faster than ever and deliver high-quality experiences so that your customers are happy, you're getting referrals, your team is happy, and we can continue momentum, right? Trust me, we understand what it takes to be in momentum. We know what it takes for you to experience momentum. When there's problems, do you think anyone hates that more than the corporate team at Power? It drives me freaking crazy. If an installer's botching a job or there's, something's taking too long or something got screwed up or whatever, that stuff literally makes me want to go bananas. And we go and we get on it and we fix it, and, that's who we are. So you need to understand that we are steadfast focused on doing our part. What I need from you is to do your part. Because this is a two-way street, ladies and gentlemen. You want to make magic happen? This is a two-way street. This is a partnership. How do you do your part? It boils down to this. You've got to become the leading example of what it means to be a professional in this industry. One of the things that sometimes frightens me the most about our vision, right? Our vision, there's no other vision out there. We have a vision for hundreds of thousands of people joining this platform and learning how to become a professional in the solar industry and sell solar and change the world with us. Hundreds of thousands of people, which would create the largest amount of clean energy that's ever been sold by any company ever. That's our vision. One of the things that keeps me up at night with that vision is as we scale this business, as we grow, as we bring in the masses and train people how to be amazing solar warriors and enthusiasts, can we maintain quality? Can we maintain quality? Can we maintain professionalism? Can we maintain integrity in our sales force? Can we maintain everybody passing on the best knowledge, teaching other people the right way to do things, and can we eliminate the wrong way to do things whenever anyone sees it? Can we weed out all the bad behavior that screws this industry up, that makes us less money and causes more pain? Can we do that while promoting and up-leveling all of the best behavior, the best practices, the best knowledge, the best tactics, the best training, so that we actually change the world? That's what keeps me up at night, and I'm going to give you two metrics so that you understand we're measuring this crap. This isn't ambiguous. Here's the two metrics. Number one, What's your conversion rate? Look, ladies and gentlemen, there's an amateur league and there's a pro league. Every single person on this call, you need to set your goal that you're going to play in the pros. If you want to make the money, play in the pros. Let me tell you the amateur league. It's less than 15% conversion rate from a proposal you have presented to a signed contract. If you're converting less than 15%, less than 10%, guys and gals, you're in the amateur league. You've got to commit to getting yourself up. Get yourself up. The value proposition of solar, are you kidding me? It makes freaking sense. Who doesn't want to save money? Who doesn't want to save the world? Who doesn't want to produce their own energy? Who doesn't want to be energy independent? Who doesn't want all these things? Who doesn't want to fix their electricity costs for the next 25 years while inflation is going to eat away at everybody else? Everybody wants these things. Our value proposition is ridiculous. This is not about value. This is knowing how to sell value. There are consultants on this platform which sell 40% of every single proposal they present. 40%. We have the data. We look at this stuff. So here's where you want to be. 20% or higher, and that's where I consider you in the pro leagues. You're converting 20% or higher on all the presentations you make, and you are in the pro leagues, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this isn't to say, oh, let's beat ourselves up if we're at 15% or 8%. No, this is just saying, look, here's where you're at today, and every one of us needs to think like champions. We need to think like warriors. We need to think like people that are truly going to change the world. How do you change the world? You get better every day. You have the right mindset, the right attitude, the right philosophy towards yourself, your life, your business. Look, I know you want these things. I know every person listening to this call wants to make more money, wants to have more success, wants to leave a bigger legacy, wants to have a greater impact, wants to influence more people, wants to have a bigger community. And all of us want these things. How do you do it? By adopting the right mindset, by looking at where you are at today and trying to improve it little by little by little by little. You've got to measure your conversion rate. Go into your back office. Look at how many proposals you've presented. Look at how many have signed. And it's okay, whatever that number is. I don't even care if it's 1%. If it's 1%, just say, okay, how do I make it 2? How do I make it 3? How do I make it 4? How do I make it 5? And you know what that's called? That's called being a champion, and I respect you for that. And you, my friend, the person who thinks like that is making a difference and is changing the world and is going to change your life. So that's the part number 1 of the role you can play. We can be professionals. We can get our conversion rate up, and we can up-level the whole industry. We can lead the industry in being professionals, period, and end of story. Number 2, cancellation rates. This is also amateur league. If you've got cancellation rates that exceed 20% on projects you've sold, you're in the amateurs. There's absolutely no reason 20% of projects should basically ever cancel. There's always going to be some amount of cancellations, right? You get to the job, the roof is screwed up. Whoops, the utility company is requiring some kind of main service panel relocation. Whoops, there's an underground issue with a fault line or blah, blah, blah. There's stuff that happens. Whoops, somebody all of a sudden loses their job. Whoops, somebody's refining their mortgage and they have to put the loan on hold. I've personally experienced all those things. But my cancellation rate isn't even close to 10%. Not even close to 10%. If we're setting the right expectations with clients and we're following up with clients, we're being professionals, we're just staying in touch with them. We're communicating with them. We're keeping them in the know. We're never letting too much time go by between when we sold that project and our next communication. That's it. This is not rocket science. If a very short amount of time goes by between all of your communications with a client from when you sold them to the install, guess what, my friends? You're going to have freaking 90% pull-through rates. But the people that have 20% plus cancellation rates, they throw stuff on the wall and they see what sticks. Well, I sold the job, on to the next. Call me on install day and I'll ask for a referral. That's not how it works. The pros don't act that way. So we've got to up-level. Look at your cancellation rates. Team leaders, I want you to listen to this. This is what it means to be a great coach, a great mentor. Get inside the lives of your teams and find out if one of my teammates has a cancellation rate above 20%, what's going on there? What happened? What did you say? What were this customer's expectations? Where did things go wrong in the expectations that were sold to them in reality? How was that not remedied? Where were we not in communication with them throughout the process? Ask those few questions, and everyone's going to learn, and you're going to get cancellations to 10% max. And boom, you do those two things, my friends, those two things. Get your conversion rate above 20%, get your cancellation rate below 10%, and guess what? We are the pro league, baby. Everyone's going to want to come to power. But they know that if they come to power, they're going to be in the pro league. We're going to train them on how to really achieve their goals, on how to really be the best. And mentors, you need to pay heed right now, okay? This is the knowledge that needs to duplicate. We have got to duplicate the knowledge of people maintaining a 20% conversion rate and a sub 10% cancellation rate, no matter how many thousands of people join this company, no matter how many tens of thousands of people join this company. It is up to every leader in this company, every person who takes pride in what you do, who takes pride in being a mentor, who takes pride in being a leader, every single person who takes pride in what they do. It is our responsibility to make sure that we maintain the integrity of passing knowledge to each new person that comes in, so that as a whole, we always have professional metrics, 20+% conversions, minus 10% cancellations, and guess what? That's going to be momentum. That's going to be new consultants staying with us forever. It's going to be pull-through on jobs like crazy. It's going to be low churn rates, mass retention of all sorts of new people. Like, boom, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the numbers. So I share all this with you guys tonight because it's all a two-way street. There's a lot that we can do to keep on bringing you the number one opportunity to make your dreams come true in solar and clean energy. And there's a lot that you can do to make this company the best company that's ever existed, and a company that's truly going to change the world. And I will leave you with that tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I am more proud of what all of us are doing than ever. I'm more excited than ever. The results, the checks, the stories, the impact, everything is bigger than it's ever been, and we've barely gotten started in our room to optimize and get better and better and better and better. There's so much headway there that we should all not even be sleeping tonight. We should be literally just up all night dreaming and planning and plotting and masterminding and thinking, wow, how am I going to make my dreams come true? How am I going to do more epic things than I've ever done in my life before with this company? So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Fareed. Thank you, Helga. Thank you, all of you who joined. Thank you, Charles, Bobby. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you to everybody breaking records, making magic happen. And on behalf of the whole planet Earth at this dire time, thanks you all so greatly for your contributions at cleaning up our air, cleaning up our water, getting the pollution out of our atmosphere, and making sure that this is going to be a better world for future generations to come. And that makes me so darn inspired to be part of this community with all of you. God bless you all. We'll see you on the next one.